Hi everyone. So if you go on the internet and you find a big list of guitar chords, I can guarantee that you only need 25% of them. And learning guitar is actually trying to find the best chord progression or transition between one chord to another. And it's never about being able to memorize 500 different guitar chords. So for example, I'm just gonna give you an example here. If I'm playing a C chord and I wanna go to C7, all I have to do is put a pinky on this string. So it's about finding all the patterns and finding the most smooth transition from one chord to the other. Because, for example, if I'm playing the reason why I'm explaining this is let's say I'm playing a chord here, E chord, and I want to go from C. No matter how fast you can do it, you still have to still have to like move your hand a lot, and that's gonna cause a lot of disruptions in the flow. So rather than playing, so if I want to go from C to E, an obvious example might be to go from here to here. So to just to make a conclusion, you want to limit the number of guitar chords that you're actually learning. And if you learn certain chords, that means you automatically learn some other new chords. So when you're searching up on the internet, don't type and looking for chords. So when you're searching for chords, including the where to put the fingers, etc., never type guitar chords. Type basic guitar chords and just learn those. And then if you understand chords, which I'll explain in another video, then you'll be able to actually like figure out another chord from the chord that you already know pretty much instantly. So learning one chord kind of branches onto learning many different other chords as well. Okay, now going back to actually learning the chords. So I can kind of divide the whole chord hand positions. I'm right-handed, so I'm playing the chord with my left hand, into whether you are. So number one is when you support the guitar neck with your palm. So like my palm is sitting on the guitar. Number two is when I'm, let's say like my wrist is like parallel to the neck of the guitar, but it's like never in between. So always make sure your palm is sitting on the guitar. And when you're practicing the chord transitions, so remember you're practicing chord transitions and not so much of the individual chords. Well, you still have to get used to each individual chord, but the transition is more important as well. So never just practice one chord by itself. Always practice like a pattern. Let's say from E to A. And so yeah, the best thing you can do to achieve this is by playing a basic song rather than just playing the chords. So it will take a little bit of memorization, but that's okay. And now moving on to bar chords. Bar chord is when your hand is in the number 2 position. Starting off with chord E, what I do is, see how the E chord shape is the same around here, but now this time I got my index finger across the neck. So this is E chord, and what I've done here is kind of transition the E chord 1 fret higher. So now it becomes an F chord, and I can do the same for E minor. And the same can be done for A chord. This A, I can move that here. So I'll have to use my other fingers instead and use my index. And that becomes a B flat. And you can do the same for A minor. So it would take about maybe 1 or 2 weeks to master all the basic chords if you follow my strategy. So all the best, and you can message me if you have any questions.